What is this? Oh, I'd literally never show my face again?
You don't want to, yeah? That's too tender, you think? Fair enough.
You guys in the middle? Right here?
God damn. That's crazy. Why did he do him like that? That's kind of messed up. I'm not going to lie. Let the man get a feel, dude. I want to see what this is. I fear she married an idiot.
Today we'll walk you through all the dumb things my husband did when I was in labor, in chronological order with timestamps. So coming in hot, 6 p.m. My water broke at 2 p.m., 6 p.m., things are happening. And he asked me what was for dinner. I'm like, I'm a little busy dilating. I can't fire up the fajitas right now, honey. You're on your own. 9 p.m., I'm entering another dimension. Things are getting so intense. I'm hands and knees in our bedroom and I'm like, I'm gonna throw up. This is the bowl he brings me. I am now on another planet. It's 1 a.m. and we are on our way to the hospital. He takes a scenic route. Just a new route, new way. We've never been this way to the hospital. We take the highway. Not today. Special day. So he must have gotten less stupid once I got the epidural because there's a gap where nothing dumb happens. But I have her at 4:36 a.m. And at 5 a.m. So he's been like taking pictures the whole time and sending them to my family and like keeping them updated what's going on. But later I look at these photos. I'm tits out, like just boobies sending pictures of my boobies to my dad. And like, I don't really care. I know it's a beautiful moment, but still I'm like, did you look at these before you sent them? Like this was a group chat.
Dude, my man, he was not there, dude. He was just like terrified and oblivious. That's so dumb, dude. That's hilarious. Bro is min-maxing his kid's birth.
And finally, 8 a.m. Yes, I was only in the hospital for like 8 hours. It was crazy. So it was time to go, and they were kind of like, you need to eat something before you leave. And I was like, oh, I have a protein bar in my bag. So I grabbed the protein bar, and he's like, can we split that? I'm hungry. The end.
Let's be for real. There's 90% of dudes at that moment. I'm dudes. Yeah, nobody cares. Nobody cares about how traumatic an experience it is when your wife goes into labor, okay? For the man. Yet another instance of anti-man commentary. I'm sick and tired of it, okay? He's doing his best, dude. He doesn't know what's going on. Someone was saying in the chat, I bet she was defending him on TikTok. Of course she was. MRA arc? No, the bar is so low for men. It's not even funny. Like, the bar quite literally is he was there, okay? He was there for the duration of the experience. He wasn't mentally there because he was like freaking the out, but he was at least there, which means he's a perfect husband and a perfect partner, okay? Literally, there's so many dudes that do like the exact opposite. I mean, Steven Crowder. Steven Crowder is a great example of this, a famous one. He did not want his children being born to upstage him. So he went and he got like a surgery right before, like an elective surgery, right before his twins' birth, dude. You know what I mean? Like, he did that. Everyone posts things like this on TikTok as lighthearted humor, but TikTok takes it so seriously. Yeah, I'm willing to bet if I went to this TikTok right now, this individual TikTok, the comments are a cesspool of people being like, sweetie, you have to divorce him right now. He had 9 months to prepare. I'm not saying he did a good job by any metric. I'm simply stating that the bar is very, very low and dudes are goofy and silly and stupid and dumb beyond a bad job. At least he did a job is the point, because most men don't even do it. Not most men, but like a lot of people don't. Also, you don't understand. Yeah, he's dumb, not evil. Exactly. A lot of people mistake being stupid for being like viciously villainous. That's number one. And then number two is like a lot of people think cringe is also evil as well. Like, these are things you can't be on the internet. You can't be perceived as cringe because then they'll be like, oh, you're a bad person. Like, you're like an evil person. I mean, clearly she like made this video not because she has any sort of serious issues in her relationship, but because she just thought he was like goofy and silly and stupid, but she probably loves him still. You know what I mean? This would be a dramatically different video if she hated him. People in the TikTok comments were going wild. She had to do this.
Holy smokes. We're gonna call that the joke that didn't land. Man, you guys are fired.
People would drag her husband and then she'll make another video defending him, saying we just don't know him or he's just so silly. I'm tired. Wait, why is she mad? Why is she... Wait, she already looked at the situation and then got mad ahead of time that she would defend her husband. Yeah, of course she's going to defend her husband. What the f? What do you got? But no one knows. You don't know the relationship. That's insane, man. That's actually crazy. Like, but you don't know. She should kill him immediately. These are the rules of TikTok. Yeah, I just don't get it. I don't understand why people are so angry all the time. Chat, your dad probably did the same thing when you were born. If you still love your dad, don't start talking crap. Yeah, your dad probably did worse shit. That was probably trying to smoke cigars in the fucking delivery room. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's watch the rest of it.
Holy smokes. We're gonna call that the joke that didn't land. Man, you guys are fired up. I think we need to talk a little bit about normalizing men also being nervous when women are in labor. Let's go through and clarify a few things.
And he asked me what was for dinner.
What I didn't tell you is we were unsure if I was even in labor yet, if it was.
Because women post shit like this all the time, as if they don't know the comments will all be like, this is bad. Okay, first of all, here's what we're not gonna do. We're not gonna get mad at her for trying to play a lighthearted, trying to make a lighthearted TikTok about a person that she probably still loves. You know what I mean? That's crazy. The father of her children that she's still with, right? Because when I see something like that, my immediate inclination isn't like, oh, this is the worst marriage of all time. They're going to get fucking divorced. They should get divorced immediately. Actually, she should just like start slowly poisoning him with Visine, you know, drip, 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 little by little until he doesn't realize that he's like on his deathbed while she simultaneously is taking a life insurance out on him or something. Okay. She's just, you know, making fun of a situation that she was in, bringing the incels out, trying to defend her. What? Trying to defend her? Okay. This is more so the principle of like posting shit online and everybody taking it super seriously when it leaves the intended target audience. Okay. I don't need to try to defend this person. I think this person didn't do anything indefensible. And I'm not trying to defend the husband either, as far as like, yeah, he's a dumbass, but you know, of course she's going to defend him.
Time, like my water broke, but also I thought my water broke the day before. I had dinner defrosting. This man knows nothing about labor. He doesn't know how long it takes on. He's like, what was for dinner? And you guys all think I should get a divorce, so that's good.
Anthony's in our bedroom and I'm like, I'm gonna throw up. This is the bowl he brings.
Okay, let me show you something. This is where I was. This is where I was saying like I was on my hands and knees. Let's go over here. Guess what the first bowl he would have seen was to grab? He wasn't trying to feed me dog food.
On our way to the hospital. He takes a scenic route. Just a new route.
He took the wrong route to the hospital. This man wasn't joyriding. He was so effing nervous. He missed the turn. You guys need to cut this man some slack.
I'm tits out.
Get your mind out of the gutter, what picture he was sending. The baby is literally on my chest. It was the first picture we took. You see the side nip. You see like a little side nip. I don't care. Why do you care?
And he's like, can we split that? I'm hungry.
The protein bar thing, maybe, yeah, that was bad. But he also hasn't eaten in, I don't know, like...
This is such a perfect demonstration. This is such a perfect demonstration of just like, you will never for the rest of your life be able to put something out there online without it being perceived by people who have their own personal trauma that will read it in the worst ways possible. It's not even a rage baiter. Come on. Like, when I see this TikTok, I don't go, oh, this woman is trying to get her husband executed by TikTokers. It's crazy that I think this is like a generational difference potentially, that like very clearly she thought it was like cute and funny. Like, look at, haha, my husband is a dumb himbo. Don't say she presented it in a horrible way. Stop. No, your neurodivergence is not her fault. Okay, this is ridiculous. Just because you perceived it in the worst possible way because of your baggage doesn't mean it's her goddamn fault. What the are we doing here? This is so crazy. I hate this. I hate this so much that like people literally turn around and go, no, this is actually a textbook case of weaponized incompetence. I give this relationship 1 extra year. This baby is going to grow up without a father. You know, these people actually hate one another and she should get the out of the relationship right now. It's like, I hate it. I hate that people think this is so normal. Like, this level of commentary is so normal. Everyone is so insane online that they think like everything turns into the Wayfair story. You know what I mean? Like, oh, she's not just like posting this. This is a cry for help. She is telegraphing a cry for help to me, an individual who's going to take matters into his own hands, and I'm going to take in style, go to her house with a gun and shoot her husband dead. Like, this is a perfect demonstration of a person just like telling a fun, quirky, stupid story about her husband who was probably also panicking in that moment. And it sucks. It sucks that then people immediately perceive this as like, no, this dude sucks. Which, by the way, for the record, they could have a shitty ass relationship too. I'm not even saying that. But my assumption isn't immediately that, no, it objectively is a shitty ass relationship.
Through all the dumb things my husband did when I was in labor, in chronological order with timestamps. So coming in hot, 6 p.m. My water broke at 2 p.m., 6 p.m., things are happening. And he asked me what was for dinner. I'm like, I'm a little busy dilating. I can't fire up the fajitas right now, honey.
Bro, she went to Kinko's, dude. She like got shit printed out for this little TikTok. Like the amount of effort on a lighthearted, fun story. Oh my Lord. Oh, I used to say like people need to go to therapy, but honestly, I don't think so. I think you need less therapy. I take it back. I think therapy has fundamentally failed American society. I think motherfuckers need a job, okay? I can't believe I'm saying this as a Twitch streamer, but like that's what we all need. We need to be more busy. Less therapy. Okay, but it is weaponizing competence. Lamau, that's because the bar for men is low as fuck. How do you not know how labor is going to be like? What the fuck, Lamau? I'm definitely not saying they should get divorced, but I mean that shit will work itself out on its own if this is an indication of how involved he's going to be. You're quite literally doing the thing. I'm over here criticizing people for making these assertions, and you are personally doing that thing. Like you didn't hear a single word that came out of my mouth. You have no idea what the nature of this relationship is. You do not know. You saw one snapshot. Okay, I'm a dabber. I don't give a f what you are, dude. What are you talking about? A snapshot that is completely devoid. Like she didn't even give you the full context. She only gave some context when she was defending the husband, like the father. I'm a dabber. I'm dad judging for real. Yeah, okay. Well, let's see what happens when your wife makes a TikTok joking about your wonderful relationship for the most part. You know what I mean? You did something wrong, and she doesn't care about it too much. Like, she doesn't think it's that big of a deal. But she makes a joke about it on TikTok. Now motherfuckers are doxing you, okay? And then we'll have another conversation with how well you receive this situation, okay? If you're a dad, you should be able to put yourself in the shoes of a family that went from, like, you know, haha, look at this funny story to, like, holy shit. Anyway, my wife would never make a joke compromising my honor because I'm the best dad husband. Anyway, dude, so much of online social media interaction is just people being like, I am the most mentally ill person in my group of friends or in my neighborhood, and everybody loves that online. That's just what it is. And I'm just going to see the world through the worst lenses possible and get all of the other incredibly mentally ill people on board. Why are we acting like this is new for the internet? It's not a new phenomena, but it certainly has gotten way worse with social media. Twitch stitching, direct savings, etc. has made social commentary a budding business. It's the same exact instinct that creates gossip in neighborhoods and extended families as auntie shit. I feel like this has only gotten way worse for terminally brain broken Twitter users. Like, I never see any of this dumb shit. No, dude, it's gotten way worse when you see something like this get 16,000 likes in a matter of 20 hours. You know what I mean? That's why I say it's gotten way worse. Like, shit like this goes viral. People feel way more comfortable, like, engaging in commentary on things like this. Everyone's a little commentator. And I say this as someone who's also a little commentator, okay? The more our only engagement with other human beings is online, the more isolated we are, the more alienated we are, the more we see things with, you know, this very weird open and shut, I don't know how to describe it, like this very hyper medicalized and really, really severe way. We like tunnel into anything. I don't know. I feel like there was a social chastising that took place with the most annoying gossiping auntie in other social formations of the past. Like, this was not new, right? And then also on the other side, not everyone was trying to do a performance as well. You know what I mean? Certain things were kept private or relegated to more private, more intimate settings. Like, this is a story you tell at a family gathering is what a chatter said. And that's true. Nowadays, everyone has the interest of being recognized. Everyone wants the interest of like that dope. Everyone has the interest of getting that dopamine rush from Francesca Ramsey's a well-known person. She used to be on TV. It's not like she's some random TikTok commentary. Okay, but that doesn't change anything. Oh, you're talking about her. She's the person replying to this other person. Yeah, my point is, that makes it worse. That means she knows the space better, or should know the space better. So two things have changed. One, people are way, way more interested in putting themselves out there, okay? It is a society of spectacle. People want to put themselves out there in any way, shape, or form and get celebrated, cherished, laughed at even in certain circumstances. People want to be paid attention to. So then you have a lot more content of like real life interactions that are maybe exaggerated, embellished a little bit. And then on the other side of it, people are infinitely more interested in psychoanalyzing, hyper-medicalizing, and turning every story or every experience that you've mentioned into a legitimate problem. And I think that, you know, the first one is a little bit more understandable, I guess, considering that like everyone wants to have that 15-minute of fame, 15 seconds of fame now, and TikTok offers you that. That's why it's so successful. It's like unavoidable, you know. But the other side of it, the way of treating everything like it's a crisis, that is frustrating. You're doing it now. No, I'm talking about a phenomena. I am not actually ascribing any sort, or I'm not prescribing anything. I'm not making any assertions on like private interactions. Chat is doing it, and I'm yelling at chat because I hate it when people do it. I'm talking about a larger phenomena that I encounter on a daily basis that I see every day. I see it all the fucking time. Women reacting to perceived misogyny need to be polite. And then there is this. There is the additional mental illness, which isn't just personal trauma speaking, but then also the malicious weaponization of social justice and genuine problems that people face, marginalized communities face in society, being immediately misconstrued and weaponized against the person that is like maybe saying something that slightly deviates away from your own personal perspective, or maybe makes you feel embarrassed to consume a certain kind of content. So you can't just go, you know what, maybe he's right, I'll reconsider my own consumption. Or, you know, I disagree with him, but it's fine. I watch this content regardless overall, and I think Hasan has, you know, interesting takes on other things. But instead you go, no, I'm going to misconstrue what you're saying, and I'm going to imply that you are engaging in a misogynistic attitude, and you're actually reinforcing patriarchal constructs because you yourself are a man. It's very stupid. You didn't achieve anything. Nobody thinks you're smarter for this, for the record. Nobody thinks you're smarter for this. You just wanted your voice to be heard, and in many respects, you are no different than the other people that have latched on to this situation, okay? Why? Why did you do this? Taking 5 hours to explain something he explains daily? I know, but it just sucks. I feel like I have to. I feel like this is something, this is a community. The community online. This is my community. This is your community. I want to mend this community in what I think is the best way to do it. I want to make sure that there are certain boundaries. There are certain things that people do online and the way that they conduct themselves online that is like deeply frustrating to me because I think it's undesirable and I think it's unhealthy socially speaking. Okay? You get it? You gotta put the trains on back for a little, dude. You took them away and replaced it with complicated nature of human relationships. That's like waking someone up from a dream with a bucket of ice water. Yeah. And now you're going, wait, is he being sexist? Because you are, as a chatter, more likely to listen to another chatter who's just simply saying, Hasan, you're being sexist on this, than like the words that are coming out of my mouth that you can hear and then you can make your own assertions on. You can literally hear what I'm doing. This is my job. I'm talking to you. You could just hear the words and make that assumption on your own. Come to that conclusion on your own if you think it's the way it is. Or maybe that person is being ridiculous. But no, you need to hear it from someone else in the chat. You need to cling on to potentially the most mentally unhinged statement in the chat because that's the most unique, that's the most interesting, because you're not in it to like do any critical thinking. You're here for entertainment, which is understandable. Anyway, if you think that you can make serious assertions on a person's private relationship off of like a short story that she has told about herself, you know, I don't know what to tell you. I guess you're just really good at being a psychiatrist. and you probably shouldn't be doing whatever you're doing. You should just go back to med school and take up that profession, because you can do it in 30-second, very hyper manicured videos that people are putting out there that are not even intended to like talk about their traumas or their struggles in a relationship. Feel me? You are not allowed to judge someone or their relationship unless you have every encompassing detail. Here's the thing. You're being selfish and nosy and misconstruing according to the words of the party that you're perceiving. You're misconstruing her own personal experience, but you need a way to moralize it. You can't just be like, I'm a nosy little shit and I love gossiping and I have my own personal traumas that I'm going to literally latch on to every single situation that I'm analyzing. And then I'm also going to defend that nosy ass fucking perspective by hyper medicalizing the situation and then also adding a bunch of other shit on top of it and justifying it. Okay? You're not allowed to judge someone and their relationship unless you have every encompassing detail is just a comfortable way for you to say, no, actually, this kind of behavior is good. No, you should definitely analyze it better is what I'm saying. You're not doing a good job analyzing it. Most of you aren't. Most people that do this kind of stuff are not. I think that most of the people that do this kind of stuff are either A, incapable of analyzing normal human interaction in the real world, or B, forgot about how to do it in the real world because of how isolated and how hyper online they are. That's it. If most people react wrong, then the product itself is not being well made. Yeah, because it's not a product, dummy. This is not a perfectly manufactured, perfectly manicured Hollywood product, but you're perceiving it as though you understand where it begins and where it ends, and not just like, there's no charity, okay? There is no way of understanding. There's no charitability. There's no way of understanding that like a normal person could potentially post someone that could go super viral. This is not a documentary with a slant. This is not meant for you to consume in the way that you're currently consuming it. It was posted online for one purpose. I think this is funny. I think other people will probably also think this is funny. Haha, I love my husband, but like, isn't he such a goofball? But that's not what happens online ever, okay? That's not where it stops. It never stops that way. It always leaves the intended audience, and it never is consumed in the way that the person who put it out there intended it for it to be consumed, okay? You bought a lighthearted banter thinking it was a cry for help. You consumed the rotten product, not a production issue. This is no different than motherfuckers who looked at the Wayfair situation and were like, children are being trafficked and kidnapped through the Wayfair website, okay? And then when like one of the people who was supposedly kidnapped was like, no, I went missing for 24 hours and I'm me, like you're saying that I'm kidnapped and trafficked through Wayfair. And then they started yelling at that person and they were like, you, sorry that we cared about your existence and well-being. How dare you? Okay? You did that because you don't want to feel embarrassed about your actions. But if a lot of people just took a deep breath, maybe touch some grass, and then recognize that maybe they're not infallible, and maybe sometimes they do have a tendency to behave in like this insane fashion, then, you know, half of the doubling down wouldn't happen. You turn into such a weirdo the moment a man is getting flagged for being a bad partner online. Yeah, no, totally. Which is why I was this exact same weirdo when like other women were being doxxed for flipping someone off behind another TikToker taking a video in a public space, or 1,000 other circumstances, even Berry-chan being cringe, but then getting doxxed on top of that for the crime of being cringed. Maybe I have this perspective across the entire spectrum of reacting to internet phenomena that is just normal and reaches out, goes completely beyond the intended target audience for the regular consumption. And I'm saying that same thing every single time, and you're only perceiving it this way because you still have that same exact hang up that this is 100% an abusive relationship that needs the scrutiny that you're delivering to it, because you're God's little perfect soldier. You're fighting for women's rights by what? Doing what? What are you doing? I'm not projecting. You're being annoying. Don't throw a hostile in there to be like, you're projecting hostile. It's very frustrating. Yeah, I am mad. I get so mad at the way my own community engages in these conquests. It is a deeply undesirable and also mentally unhinged way to behave, and I hate it. Yeah, you famously defended Steven Crowder when he got exposed for being a bad partner. Yeah, I did. Because I love men being abusive. I get mad at the condescension when I'm talking about a way that people behave online, and then those people come in here and double down about how they're behaving online because they don't want to like look within at all. This community is literally Twitter. Is a literal Twitter community. It's so ass. I know. There are so many circumstances where I just want to like hang up the reins and just quit forever because it is so annoying. Everyone outside of right at this very moment, okay? Everyone has seen it online where you look at a conversation from afar and you go, God damn, man, that'd be real annoying to like have people react uncharitably to you in that way every day. I do it for 8 hours a day, every single goddamn day. Anything that comes out of my mouth is seen through the lens of like uncharitability. It's like I have to deal with people on Twitter, all the woke mob on Twitter every day. It is so disgusting. It's so appalling. You are not doing something that's morally righteous. You are yelling at a news monkey that you sometimes throw $5 at. Okay? That's all you're doing. You're not a warrior. You're not engaging in an act of social justice. You're venting and oftentimes shitting on the person that you otherwise probably love and consume the content of. Okay? Recognize that. It's very, very frustrating. If a woman at your job told you one story about her husband in this manner and you called him an abuser, she would rightfully think you're crazy. Exactly. Community needs to get rid of Twitter and TikTok comment section brain. I know. What's funny now is that we know it's 30-year-olds in here acting like this and not 16-year-olds like we would assume. I know. That's the worst part about this experience is I know that like long-term community members are like whole-ass 30-year-old motherfuckers out here that are just like behaving like they're, you know, Dream SMP fans or some shit. And they're like 14-year-olds with a Twitter account for the first time. That's the worst part. What's the point of this discourse? The point of this discourse is the same discourse anytime we interact with TikTok and what's happening in TikTok. People take shit too seriously on TikTok. They have a tendency to pathologize everything they see on TikTok. They have a tendency to go on righteous conquests because they have perceived something through a snapshot that was like not 100% the actual story. And most of the times, it's just like a normal person too. It's never like an influencer. But because most people have no way of perceiving and no way of perceiving things charitably, and it's basically the uncharitability Olympics out here, they just think that it's totally righteous, morally righteous, as a matter of fact, to behave this way, like you're engaging in this conquest. And they will defend their interest in like literally playing detective in other people's lives over a 20-second clip. It's really frustrating, and a lot of people don't understand that this is broader media criticism that I'm engaging in because it's your consumption of a different kind of media, a format, okay? That's all this is. This is still media criticism, but you don't see it as that. You see it as me taking away your toys because you engage in it on a daily basis and you love it. Why is Hasan taking my toy away? This is something that's fun for me, and also it makes me feel morally righteous. I think your point is absolutely valid. I think it's insurmountable to convince people over the subjectivity of humor. That's why I think this is good to talk about. It's valid to talk about. It's worthwhile to talk about. If I can reach out to 1,000 motherfuckers in here who were behaving this way prior and now maybe have like a moment of introspection, it's good. Yeah, it's basically just tricking yourself into thinking that you do Activision is what I was going to say. Activism. This is why you get stunlocked so much. True. I don't know why people are freaking out over your take. It's literally the exact take as the wives. Chatters are calling you sexist or just ignoring the wife's opinion. Yeah, because deep down inside, like that person on Twitter already like got upset at her. They always do that is the worst part. I think people feel personally attacked when you talk about how unhinged people who assume everything about a relationship that they only see in a couple TikTok videos. They want to feel righteous in the way that they think people are terrible. I know. And the irony is people are terrible and there are plenty of opportunities to get mad at them, but it's not over a 30-second TikTok video about a wife who's not leaving her husband, very clearly just thinks like her husband is goofy and was there for him. I do understand that the bar is low for men. I get it. That's the popular thing to say, but it's also the correct thing to say in this circumstance. But the reality in this situation is that this dude was not like an abusive, bad partner that's like weaponizing incompetence and all these other things. Even if he is that way, you can't make this assertion off of a video that she made where she's like embellishing some of the aspects of a fun story that she's retelling. Do you think it's a 30+ group chirping? I mean, some of the people that were yelling at me, making additional assumptions about what my own stake in this battle is, a stake that I have in upholding misogyny. Okay. Those guys are 30+ month subscribers. They're not like, they haven't been subscribing to me until they're 16 or 17 or 20. They've been subscribed to me for 3 years. You know what I mean? 4 years in certain circumstances. They probably are 30 years old at this point. Oh, anyway, let's watch this Oppenheimer vid now.
Physicist to have ever lived. He never won a Nobel Prize, but he changed the world more than most Nobel Prize winners. Under his leadership, the best physicists of the 20th century built the atomic bomb, forever changing the course of history.
Okay, here, open it up.
I already don't like that, like when it happens in the real. Oh,
Wait,
oh my God, it's Kaya.
wait, you actually like it?
Yes.
It kind of looks scary, no?
No, it's so cute. I get it. I get what's going on.
It looks like a turkey, doesn't it?
No, it's
Here, wait,
cute.
we
It's
can
cute.
you-
Hey, if you like this video, please subscribe and hit that bell so you don't miss out on any future videos.